Today's Inside Line is going to be a little bit different, as I'm going to be checking out a 2016 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon that was most definitely worthy of a closer look. Okay, so I stopped off originally at low range 4x4 to put my 2020 Gladiator on 37s with no lift on the ramp, and this thing was here. And I was like, you know what? This is such a clean and simple build. I wanted to sort of showcase it. And the reason being is it's got money spent in the right parts. Now, starting out with a Rubicon, it already had front and rear selectable lockers, selectable sway bar, and a 4-to-1 T-case. A lot of good parts on it. And basically, he got an AEV kit originally and went with like a simple 2.5 lift. It had the control arm drop brackets on it. So nothing crazy, you know, good steering on road and off. And like many people, he started driving faster, doing harder trails, and needed to get a little bit more performance out of the suspension so it'd ride a little bit better. And that's really how it sort of evolved here at low range. And one of the first things that happened to really improve the ride is the stock coils were removed and a bolt-on coilover kit from EVO Manufacturing was installed. So out back here, you see it's still got the stock rear next gen Dana 44, but it is running a Dana 44 Ultimate cover. You've got obviously that King 2.0 coilovers. I've had this set up in the past. It rides really, really nice. You got an adjustable track bar. It looks like a Synergy track bar back here. And that's really it. Nothing crazy, still short arms. There's no spare tire on the back, so keeping that weight down. He can toss this 37 in the back if he wants to. Now let's talk about real quick about the tires and wheels. It has a 37 by 1250 R20 Nitto Trail Grappler. Now this Jeep sees plenty of road miles too. The owner really wanted something that was gonna be, you know, competent on the road, but he goes a lot to Uor National Forest, and the mud up there can really kick your butt if you don't have a good mud terrain radial. So that's why I opted for it. The 20 is kind of unique. You don't really see a lot of guys running 20s, especially for a 37. He wanted to do something different. You know, it is a little bit more blingy, but it's a true beadlock. You can see he's definitely been getting in here. We got some rock rash going around the ring. I think this is called a Grenade from KMC. So really good tire and wheel combo. That was one of the things why I wanted to stop and actually showcase this thing, because at first glance, with the painted aluminum Nemesis flares and all the bright red paint, you might think it's just a big mall crawler, but as soon as you get down and you start looking at the wheels and the tires, you go, oh yeah, this guy actually wheels. It looks like this is, I remember the Moab had a slider like this. Not sure if this is aftermarket or factory. It's obviously been cut in the back to give a little bit more clearance for the tire. You know, underneath, it's still mostly stock. I mean, you can tell it's got a little bit of skid plate love here and there, but you know, nothing crazy. Stock drive shafts, you know, still getting a ton of travel out of those, which kind of surprising, but very nicely done. Up front, just like out back, you've got EVO Mfg 2.0 bolt-on coilover kit with the 2.0 air bump that sits up front. Really nice setup. You're getting 12 inches of vertical wheel travel out of this. It's really nice. I mean, the whole advantage here of going with a coilover is you don't have to have those giant coils like you do with a coil to get the lift and ride quality. So you can go with a light primary rate with a heavier secondary rate and really generate just almost better than factory ride quality out of this because of the actual coilover itself. Really like this setup. The steering configuration on it, you've got a Synergy tie rod bar, you got a King stabilizer that's really blown out. You've got a full Synergy adjustable track bar here. It is the EVO high steer flip, so you're able to use the EVO high steer arm on that side for the drag link, and they moved up the track bar. Gives you a better roll center here, so it's nice and stable. Obviously it's a Rubicon, so it doesn't need sway bar disconnects. You know, this thing is properly bumped, so the 37s don't get anywhere they shouldn't. And it's just a basic clean setup. Now up front, you do have a Warren winch. You've got the Factor 55 flat link, and again, it's just a nice recovery tool. This is a simple OE front bumper. It just doesn't have the wings on it, so you've got the advantage of having the stubby, and it's a cool Jeep. And you know, I guess the point of this is just to showcase how well these things can do with just a little bit of the right parts. You don't need a ton of stuff to make these things really competent off-road. I'm a big fan of the Jeep Wrangler. The JK is such a nice proven platform, and I like how simple and clean this build is. It is a manual transmission for you save the manual guys, so that's pretty awesome. I mean, still super clean, factory leather seats, just a neat build, nothing crazy, but we hope you enjoy this quick video. Again, really wasn't planning on shooting this, but I saw it. I said, you know what? This is definitely too cool to share. What a cool example of a great way to build a Jeep that's not super over the top, has money in the right places, and just a really clean, cool build. And can't wait to see what this guy does with it next. So please remember to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and we will be seeing you on the trail soon.